What's good, guys? In today's video, I know a lot of y'all have been wondering who's better, Dio or Kaido. So today we are gonna smash that and pause whoa and see who is better. Let's go to infinite and check out who's better, I guess. Okay, so here we are. We got a farm. Honestly, I'm not gonna bore you with the farming. I'm just gonna get straight to when I have them placed and maxed out. Okay, so we got Kaido. And let's get Dio down right here. Okay, so off rip, we can clearly see there's a damage difference. But there's a really strong thing about Kaido that some people may not know. I didn't even know because it was in the patch notes. But when you activate Toon World, it buffs your units. So when he's in Toon World, he actually gives, I think, a 50% or something like that buff to the units around. But yeah, that is a very broken passive. I'm currently trying to look for it. Yeah. Every unit gains plus 50 damage. Plus 50% damage. So, very strong. But yeah. As you can see right here. Dio's damage just went from 50k to 75k. Clearly showing that he's a really good damage buffer as well. On top of DPS. But yeah, I'm going to deactivate Toon World just to show base stats before we actually do get into Toon World. So 22k. Let's keep upgrading. So 33, 43k, and 61k. Still full AoE, mind you. I think all their upgrades are full AoE. So very convenient. 61k, 76k, 91k, 122k. This is his dragon form. Yep. There we go. And sorry, let me actually turn on effects as well. I completely forgot about that. Let's turn on attack effects for y'all. Okay, and this is maxed out. Maxed out, no Toon World, 240k. Most people will think this is underwhelming and kind of garbage for a Crusader that you have to do a lot of grinding for. But this is where it gets crazy. But first, let me max out Dio just to show his damage. So Dio over heaven, starting damage 50k. Yes, I do have a curse that reduces his damage for more SPA, I believe. Less SPA for less damage. It's the best on him since he already does the most damage. Not the best curse, but it is a decent one. Too lazy to get more curse fingers, but yeah, let's get upgrading. So 95k. Already we noticed he does significantly more damage. Okay, 150k, and then he does the time dash, 200k. Not full AoE anymore, by the way. Not full AoE. Let's keep that in mind as well. 250k. 350k. Last ability, time barrage, or not ability, but like, you know, move is time barrage. And then final damage, 625k. So when we look at these final damage between these two units, when we look at this final damage, you would definitely think Dio is better, right? But there's a main factor with Luffy that some people might not know, some people might, but we're gonna get into it. But another broken thing about Dio is he has all these: the erase motion, the erase thought, the erase force, erase form. So bleed, deal 35% damage enemies under control effects, so time stops and stuff like that. Apply stun and apply slow. So, and he also has a time stop at for 200-second cooldown. So very broken. And he does more damage during the time stop. And his SP is reduced, I believe, as well. So, when Luffy's in Toon World, on top of the buffing, look at that damage, 937k now. So on top of being a very good buffer, you're going to see his damage. So I'm going to cut the video until you see the very big damage spike that you noticing. Okay, here we go. 1.2 mil. You just saw that, guys. You just saw that. 1.2 mil. 1.5 mil. There you go. It can keep infinitely stacking. 1.5 mil. That's the highest I've seen him go so far. The only con, though, is that it requires a lot of him missing his attacks. So if you know Gogeta from Enemy Vanguards, he kind of works like that, where he misses, he gets more damage. But you can't guarantee that he'll miss. So, you know, it's rare instances where you're going to get a million. You're not really going to get a million all the time. So Infinite's definitely his game mode. Dio just does a lot more consistent damage, as we can see. And he has a lower SPA most of the time as well. And it has more range most of the time as well. And we also got to mention that besides the buff, he has no support abilities. Whereas Dio has the best support abilities in the game, as we can see. He can stun, put people unconscious, and all that. So after showing you guys both of them, you can decide who you ultimately think's better, because I wouldn't get mad either way if you argued for both, because they both are very, very strong in their own ways. But in my opinion, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to agree with the Dio fans here. I'm gonna have to really say that Dio Loki is still better than him, although by a small margin. It isn't like he's like, oh, he's like 20 times better. No, not like that. He's a little bit better. Dio, I'll definitely say, takes the cake here. As you can see, I've been here 13 minutes and it's taken over 10 to max out his bar and actually reach the numbers of 1.2 to 1.5 mil. Of course, it's based on luck, but most of the times you're not getting those numbers early game or mid game. So Dio easily takes the cake here. If you guys been wondering, like, you've seen people probably say like Dio's better, Kaido's better. This kind of settles the debate that Dio is a little bit better. But again, I'm not going to be so angry if you say like, oh, I still think Kaido's better. Or like if you're like me and you're biased to Kaido because you think he's cooler. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Comment down below who you think is better or who you like more. I might do a giveaway in 100 subs for the New Year's bundle. So if you're interested in that, make sure to like and sub up. Maybe like 100 subs and I'll give away a New Year's bundle. And yeah.